I'm a low-ranking foot soldier. He's an elite cadet. We'll have our disagreements.
Are you jealous of him?
No. It's more like I feel sorry for myself. I want to accomplish more in my career. So I can tell my brother, I'm proud of you and everything you've accomplished. But you can be proud of your big brother as well.
We're going out on a mission soon. If I asked you to, would you lend us a hand?
What are you talking about? But you're an elite cadet. Only the best of the best in the military can work with you. Putting a nobody like me on a mission with you is out of the question.
What if it weren't? Would you fight at our side?
What? Are you offering me charity?
No, nothing like that. It's just that it's my first mission. I'd like to work with someone I know.
Whether it's with you or anyone else, I'll fight for the Dominion. And for my brother's future. As long as I breathe air.
I see. Patch things up with your brother. These days, you never know how much time you have.
I know. But it's not that simple. I have my pride. That's what it's like to be brothers.
Huh?
You shouldn't sleep out here. You'll catch cold.
Were you having a dream of some sort?
A dream?
Yes. I couldn't make anything out, but you were talking in your sleep.
I can't remember.
I see. Well, essentially, when we speak of dreams, we're actually referring to the synchronization of brainwaves in
Oh, before I forget, Ace, Rem was looking for you. Let's go find her.
What?
This scene is a bit intriguing. It almost seems like Ace knew what was about to happen at the beginning of the game. I'm going to assume that their first mission was actually save the Broodrum? I think that's how it's called, right?
Broodrum?
Yep. That's what it seemed like their first mission was.
Yeah.
So it's like Ace knew what was about to happen, which is a bit curious and odd.
Good work.
Now let's get to the final mission of this chapter. It's a very long mission, so I don't know exactly if you'll be able to finish it all in one stream, but we'll try.
At ease.
You know, I can't think of any missions that really took longer than an hour and a half to complete.
I see you're all here.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll begin.
Maybe with exception
First,
to
I want you
the
to
very
look at
last
this.
chapter.
That? Yes. You're looking at the mobile aircraft you engaged during the counteroffensive. Intelligence confirms that Milites used that battle to test the machine's anti-magic shield.
So, you're saying it's a prototype?
Yes, and that means that the Magitech armor, carrying the crystal jammer during the course of their initial invasion, was a prototype as well. Crystal jammer, air mobility, anti-magic shields. All of these capabilities pose grave threats to the Dominion. Products of Milites Research Facility Number 4, codenamed the Steelworks. Reports say the facility's resource flow is at 10 times its normal rate, and that they are creating more weapon prototypes as we speak. This cannot go unchecked. Of all the factories in Milites, only one can handle such large-scale manufacturing. The factory located next to the White Peristyllium. Your mission is to infiltrate the factory and destroy the prototypes.
The White Peristyllium. Rubrum's invading the Imperial capital?
No. This isn't a full-scale invasion. This infiltration and sabotage mission will be carried out solely by Class 0.
Huh?
Hey, you serious?
Right into the heart of the beast.
An intelligence officer will get you inside. You are to focus solely on destroying the prototypes. Any possible future invasion depends on the success or failure of this mission. You are to do whatever it takes to see that success is the only outcome. Right. You'll be infiltrating the enemy capital. Once this mission begins, it won't be easy to return to Rubrum. If there's anything you need to do it now. Dismissed.
Just kill them all! Ready for this?
Yeah, I think this one mission was probably my least favorite to do it in the whole game.
Why is it?
Well, if I remember correctly, this is one where you have to, well, they encourage you to sneak around the robots and everything. And I just hate those kind of missions. They get on my nerves.
I see your point.
And it felt, I believe this was also one where I was constantly getting lost, so I had to backtrack a lot.
Okay.
Good luck.
I see your point. I mean,
I'm rooting for
the
you.
mechanic wasn't really that great at some point, so... Okay, I'll just use a chocobo to get there faster.
Actually, seeing the chocobo reminded me, when I was trying to get one of the trophies for this game, one of them I think was catch 30 chocobos, which wasn't necessarily hard, but because I have bred so many of them beforehand, I lost count of how many I captured and how many I just bred. So it ended up taking me a little longer than I expected to actually get that trophy.
Yeah, I just did what I'm doing right now, basically use chocobos to catch other chocobos. And I just did that because I have no other chocobos left, so catching another one is probably the best choice. But that trophy is not that complicated. In general, this platinum is really easy. Aside from the chocobo trophies, basically the one that you have to breed 100 and catch 30. I think the rest of the trophies you'll get them as you play through the game.
You can. I think the only one where you can't do that is getting the airship. But I mean, that one you actually have to choose specific missions.
Exactly, and the Eidolons as well. You have to catch. You have to possess 6 Eidolons.
Yeah, but that just kind of comes along the way.
Well,
speaking of the different Eidolons, did you ever notice a difference between them? Like, there would be multiple Shivas, multiple Ifrits. Did you really ever notice a difference between them?
But in this game, or are you talking in general?
In the game, it didn't seem to me like there was that much of a reason to choose one over the other.
The fact is that I never use the Eidolons because they require you to sacrifice a character, so I really never used them and never paid any attention to them, to be honest. So I didn't even know that there were different versions.
Yeah, they'll have a slightly different coloration, their movesets will be a little different, but also their stats will be... their stats and movesets will be different to the degree it's like you're learning a new one all over again. And because of how rare it was I ever used an Eidolon, to me it really wasn't worth the time to learn each one.
I really didn't see the point in this minigame. I mean, Why so many fuels scattered when you can just go here and finish the mission? The mission or this mini game, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with this.
Unless there's some kind of secret that I'm not aware, there was really no point in doing that. And I keep forgetting that that's not the time where I pick my team. This is where I pick the team. Probably go along with Jack and 6.
Your manifest, please.
Here. Sheesh. I'm making a ton of deliveries these days. They making something special?
Don't know. I don't care, and neither should you.
Well, whatever. I just want to get back out there and fight.
Yeah. All right, you can pass.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay. This is as far as I can take you. The factory is right over there. Once you're in...
Let me guess. We're on our own, right?
The Moogle has all the information you need, and I'll provide you with whatever support I can give you. Well then, good luck in there. May the crystal protect you and guide you.
Let's go.
Rem.
Oh, it's nothing. I just tripped.
Rem.
She just tripped while standing still.
Class 0, commencing maneuver.
It was a bit odd.
Yep.
Those weapons are tracking enabled. If you get in range, all weapons will be put on alert. Be careful.
Yeah, so in this mission here, I don't think it actually matters whether or not you get caught, unless you just don't run into a lot of enemies. But because I thought it did matter, I ended up spending a lot more time in this area than I needed to, as well as getting lost a lot.
And I was not caught, and yet they attacked me. It doesn't make any sense.
One big prototype.
Okay, I'm not supposed to go here, so...
Yeah, I believe whenever he blew that up, he also revealed a ladder on the other side.
There
it is.
Good news. You should be able to reach the factory laboratory from that waterway.
If I remember correctly, I think these enemies don't stop spawning, so...
Don't even try.
Yeah, I believe so also.
The data is vital.
So I'll just run along, fight the few so that I don't get another leveled.
Yeah, I think somewhere along the way there's actually a large dragon you can fight, but he's like level 70.
Oh, I remember the...
I mean, you can...
Those ones that are sleeping, right?
Don't even try.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can still kill them and everything. They do take a decent amount of damage. But they'll take you out pretty quick.
Exactly. I think I went the wrong way.
Come on, come on.
I really hate when games do this. I mean, enemies that just don't stop spawning. It's really annoying.
Obviously, you've never played Mega Man.
But it happened the same?
Oh yeah, the old Mega Man games, they all respawn constantly.
I really don't hate that feature in any game, to be honest. And there's another treasure on the other side. But yeah, like you said before, it's really easy to get lost in here.
Don't even try.
These are the dragons you're talking about.
Yeah, that's them. Like I said, especially if you got someone who's ranged, it's not possible to kill them, you just gotta be careful. I don't really know if it's worth doing it though. I don't know if they have a particular item drop or if they just give you a lot of experience.
I think it's just a lot of experience. Probably. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, you can face these enemies later in the game, so there's really no point in doing it now, even if they drop some rare item.
You're no match for them right now.
Right.
Just keep moving.
Okay, I have to go this way.
Don't even try.
Damn, just let me get up.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you're using Machina. That was one of the characters I couldn't stand to use.
I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, he has some cool moves, and his Cyclone Drive does a huge amount of damage.
Yeah, well, it seemed like just his normal swinging attacks didn't really have that much damage output compared to the other characters.
I think it's his Cyclone Drive that does a lot of damage, and I just attacked this by accident. And I just screwed up.
Okay, looking at the map you just pulled up, this is the area specifically that gave me trouble. Because I kept trying to go into the entrances and exits that the yellow dots represent, and there were one or two of them I just could never find.
Right. Thanks.
And it's just because of how the level was designed.
Probably. I'm trying to find the exit myself, but it's below. There's another one here, so... But yeah, this map is really confusing.
Oh, something I found out earlier, Mike, you might be interested in as well as our listeners. So, you know, Final Fantasy IX came out on PC, but it's more expensive than most of the other PS1 ports. You know, it's $20. If you go through IGN to buy it, and I think the code's IGN 20, you actually get it for like $12.
Wow. I might actually go into that one. Because I was expecting to buy the game, but when I saw the price, I immediately gave up. But if it's $12,
yeah, because of the
for
price. Yeah, because of the full price, I'll probably get some of the other titles I don't have first. But also I'm still trying to work on my backlog of Steam games. Like I just finally finished Alan Wake, so I'll be working on Alan Wake American Nightmare next. But I have such a good backlog of basically every kind of game, including Final Fantasy. I basically have to beat 2 old ones before I let myself get a new one. Otherwise I'll never get through it.
Yeah, each Final Fantasy takes a lot of time. I can see your point, I mean...
Now thankfully some of them are short.
Yeah,
I mean some of the other games that I have. Like Alan Wake's only 10 hours.
But even some Final Fantasy titles aren't that big. I mean, Final Fantasy 1, 2 and 4 aren't really that big. I mean, you can probably complete each of them in 15 hours, probably. If I'm not mistaken.
Definitely 1, I don't know about 4.
4 is... At least if you play the easier version. The DS version is a lot harder, and it should probably take you a few more hours, but I personally would say that it doesn't go beyond 20.
Okay. Well, when I played 4 for the first time on DS, I didn't actually beat it, but I'm pretty sure I had put in over 20 hours when I had gone to where you fight the 4 fiends simultaneously.
But that's really the last part of the game. I mean, after you beat the 4 fiends, all that's left is the final dungeon.
Yeah, I think I just rage quit at that point. Because I was starting to get burned out on RPGs. Like, I don't know if you have this problem, but if I play too many RPGs, I have to kind of decompress with some other game. Like, typically once I've played X amount of RPGs, I'll go play Call of Duty for a few weeks.
I mean...
Because, you know, that one... It's just, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's just that sometimes I need to change pace. And, you know, with Call of Duty, there's no thinking in it, it's just point and shoot.
But I can understand what you're saying. I mean, because that applies to me in all game genres. Because, for example, I bought Assassin's Creed 4, Rogue and Liberation, and I played 4 first. And I just thought to myself, I'm not going to play another Assassin's Creed title for now because I'm tired of this stealth kind of game. So I just randomly change every time I play a certain game. Not sure if I'm making myself clear.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I mean, for example, if I play a shooter, I also the next game I play is either probably a sports game or RPG, something different. I just can't stand playing the same kind of game twice in a row.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I can't play a bunch of games that involve level grinding. So that's not necessarily just RPGs. Other genres have some type of level grinding in it. But, you know, typically games like shooters or rhythm games, you don't have that problem.
Exactly.
Again, what are you doing?
Speaking of rhythm games, Type-0 is a awesome musical Final Fantasy game.
I never played it, unfortunately.
It's pretty great.
I had a 3DS, which I don't have. And to be honest, I don't plan on getting one. I mean, my backlog of games is already big enough on PS4 and PS3, and a few titles on PC as well, so...
Yeah,
buying
I really doubt I'll be...
Go ahead.
I doubt I'll be buying consoles anymore like I used to. If I can, I'm going to try to keep everything on PC. But it's just you know, it's just part of life. You know, you don't have as much time for that stuff anymore, so I don't need to put that kind of money into games like I used to.
Exactly, that's the same case for me. I mean, I remember that before I bought in the previous generation, I bought the PS3, I bought the PSP, Nintendo DS, and I had time to play on all systems, but now things are just different. Having the PS4 and PS3 is already big enough for me. So, yeah, getting a DS, I probably won't have any time to play it. Kind of lost here, but looks like it's this way. Yep. I'm so lost. Like you said, this is really confusing.
Yes, because on that map it's showing you that there's 3 exits they want you to go through, but there's like 5 exits in that little area alone. And they're all different levels.
When did they get in? What are the guards doing?
All done for this part.
If I remember correctly, this part here, we actually don't have to do all of it. Because what we're doing right now is we're weakening the upcoming boss. I believe you can just go straight to him and fight him. He'll just be full powered.
Really? I had no idea.
I'm about positive.
Well, let's just do it this way. I mean, I don't want to be humiliated in front of our viewers, so I'd rather fight a weaker opponent.
Oh yeah, for me this was the most difficult boss.
Let's check. Yeah, this way. And I forgot to pick up the treasures, but yeah, didn't give anything useful for the majority of situations. I'll save the game just in case. There's something here, so I'm going to assume it's this way. High potion.
Well, since you leveled up your characters, you might want to go ahead and distribute some stats.
I already did that before the stream started.
Okay.
You're sure of this? It is reliable intel from a scouting unit.
They move very quickly.
What shall we do?
We do nothing for now. But raise the security level to 2.
Sir.
Sid Alstein? What is he doing here?
What were they talking about? You don't think they've already found out we're here?
No. I don't think it had to do with us.
Just focus on the mission. Let's go.
Don't let the intruders escape!
We just killed a bunch of people and it wasn't us. Great, Machina.
Yeah, I actually don't remember what it is that they're raising the security level about.
I mean, this is one of those cutscenes that just doesn't make any sense.
Don't let the intruders escape!
I thought they might notice you. I'll open that door behind you.
Where the hell am I taking damage
It'll take me a minute, though. Try to stay alive. It's open. Don't let any of them keep you from your objective.
Okay. Thankfully, I'm not having much trouble with casualties, unlike the last mission on Chapter 2, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But then again, I have yet to face any particular tough opponent, so I'm not exactly sure, but I think there are 2 boss battles in this chapter. I may be wrong, but it's 2.
I only remember one of them, I don't remember a second.
I'm not sure. Is this where we face the scorpion enemy? I'm not sure if it's this mission or the next.
No, Scorpions later on.
Okay. And it basically there's that one battle where you basically fight against all those huge armor enemies, and then there's that boss battle where you just have to survive. So yeah, it's two boss battles, but you only need to survive the second.
Oh, okay, I remember what you're talking about.
But hopefully I shouldn't have any problems. You see how quickly I took down those two enemies?
Yeah.
That was basically Machina's cyclone drive. It doesn't the same amount of damage. In some boss battles, I mean, enemies that basically don't move a lot, cyclone drive is really helpful. It takes damage like crazy.
Yeah, one thing I noticed when I was flipping through the guide this game, all the characters really are fine-tuned for specific needs.
Yeah, I mean, for example, flying enemies that require precise timing with that weak pointing. What's it called again? I keep forgetting.
Oh, the critical cursor?
Exactly. I keep forgetting the name of it. But basically, characters like King make fight fast enemies really easy. Because I remember, for example, the previous battle in Chapter 2, the one with the flying armor. Basically, you remember that I had mostly melee characters, right? And it was really hard to manage to get a hit on the enemy.
Right.
So characters like King make that really easy. I mean, it's true that you have other long-range characters like Ace or Cater or Trey. But the truth is, King is the only one that delivers attacks fast enough. The others always take like a second to hit if you're far away from the enemy.
Yeah, that's kind of like the balance with them. I mean, their hits do more damage, but they definitely aren't as quick. It's a lot easier for the opponents to dodge it.
Here's the prime, as I see. Oh, I forgot, there's a part where basically one character dies, and I think it's here, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'll sacrifice C.
It's a white tiger Primus machine.
Yep, like I said.
Run!
It basically kills one of your characters, no matter what you do.
Your luck has run out. Remember this pain.
This queen then.
You can trust me.
I didn't want to lose Machina or Jack at this point, so.
Don't let them get through.
But if that happens, I think we're close to the end of the mission. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, what I was remembering though was that I think the Primus actually took away more than one character from me. I'm wondering if he doesn't appear a second time.
I don't think so. I think he only appears again as at the end of the chapter. There's nothing here, but there should be something here. That's odd. I'll just ignore it. Then again, it's probably down here. I mean, it would be a lot easier if the treasures were actually treasure chests instead of just some random item on the floor, because it's so easy to miss them.
Yeah, it seems like the only time I ever see those those spots, and I pick them up, it's always a knowing tag. It's never a treasure.
I mean, for the most part, knowing tags are in areas where there's no battle. For the most part, there are exceptions, but if you noticed, most of the time, it's in areas where they're just corpses. There are no enemies or anything like it.
Right.
So that's probably the reason you managed to get them instead of the items.
And really, outside of getting the trophy, there's no reason to get those knowing tags.
So true.
Like, I think it doesn't matter how many knowing tags you turn in at a time, you always get a single potion or nothing else.
Yeah, that was really pointless. I mean, just for a potion. I mean, the rewards should increase as you deliver more tags. There's really no point in doing it over and over if it's just potions. Then again, the fact that the game doesn't really have a limit to the amount of knowing tags that are around, that could probably explain the reason for it. Because, for example, the Behemoth Cave is full of knowing tags, and each time you exit and enter again, they just respawn. So you can have like 100 knowing tags, and there'll always be more to pick up. These enemies getting on my nerves.
Yeah, the guys with shields are probably the only enemies that ever gave me a tough time.
Really? Finally. One thing I just noticed, I have no long-range characters at the moment. I just hope
that's gonna be bad.
I just hope there's no barrier or anything like it. I don't think there are any barriers in this area, so should be fine. Although I'm trying to... okay, found it. I was trying to find the treasure, but it's over there.
Oh, that looks like it might actually be useful.
I think we're getting close.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and save just in case.
Exactly. Okay, let's do it. Boss battle. Or at least I think it is.
If I remember correctly, this is where each time you destroy a machine, you're going to want to kill the soldiers running around so they don't get into the next machines. Otherwise, the battle's really going to be drug out.
And I don't have any long-ranged characters, so it's going to be tough. So, time to use Machina's Cyclone. Do you see that damage?
Oh yeah.
Time to do it again. And I ran out of I don't know what's it called, that yellow bar, but basically that's what the points you have to perform special attacks that aren't magic. And there it is.
Take the Colossus!
Really? I can't.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, I'll just use... oh, God. Rage. This is not good. Okay.
Yeah, that is one pissed off looking robot.
It was close. And I have no magic. No. It's useless to try and cast that combo.
A little bit, your bar will be filled up to where you can use your team's special move. Oh, no, take that back, never mind. I forgot that's what you were using to do the drill move.
What the hell? Oh, two of them. Things are getting a bit chaotic here. Well then. Let me just basically Queen doesn't have any MP and Jack can't heal, so I'm surprised that Jack and Queen are still alive in all this mess.
Well, I imagine whenever, I imagine the way the AI is programmed is to where they tend to focus more so on you than your party.
Yeah, but still, they managed to keep themselves alive, so that's good to see. I mean, the less casualties the better, especially when I'm not responsible for the casualties. You should be able to finish him off now. If he didn't move away, of course.
Wow, that was close.
Okay, this should almost be done. Oh boy, I forgot about this one. Need to heal really fast.
You kids really are younger than my sons. whatever you may be, you won't be getting past me.
And Queen just died.
Marshal Sid put this facility in my care. And so, I will kill you and
Should
fulfill my
probably bring
duty.
some other character.
We are not abominations like you. We must do whatever it takes. Witness the power of an Imperial warrior!
If I remember right, this one battle took me several tries my first time.
Sorry?
When I first played this, this battle took me several tries.
I think it's because the enemies don't stop spawning, right? I'm guessing that's the reason.
You know, if I remember correctly, it's because the general kept going into rage mode, and he constantly targeted me over everyone else.
I just took him out with one cyclone drive.
Well then, I've given
You can say that Machina's cyclone drive is almost like Jack's special attacks. We really overpowered. And we actually should be able to finish this mission in time.
Awesome.
I'm going to assume that whatever is left doesn't take longer than 10 minutes.
May the crystal guide you.
Yeah, thanks.
The Dominion. If there
Oh, I forgot about this boss battle.
I'll avenge your death right now.
Your turn.
So this one I'll need data.
Intruder number 277.
If I remember correctly.
Well, I remember, whenever he starts throwing items at you, don't lock on to them, because if you don't lock on to them, the little red cursor will appear. If you shoot it right then, it'll go right back at him. So if you do lock on, for some reason it doesn't appear. No, you don't have to shoot with a charge attack. Any normal hit will do.
I know, I was just trying to heal myself. But things should probably be faster, so... Missed the shot.
I almost feel sorry for you.
Hopefully.
Oh damn.
No, you actually don't have to shoot it in order for it to go back. You can punch it or hit it with a normal attack for it to work. Oh yeah, I'd throw up the wall if I were you.
I know, but I'm trying to hit him when there's a chance, and ranged characters are probably the best. I'm starting to get a bit lost here. Wasn't he supposed to do an attack where basically I can hit his weak point?
I really don't remember. Also, I could have sworn that you repelling those things he throws was supposed to damage him back.
Let's just hope this isn't a glitch. I think it's at this point that I can counterattack. I'll just get the shot ready. Really?
Yep, that's what it was. What you might want to do instead is doing a charge attack instead of immediately firing normal shots.
Nothing. And here we go again. Is everything coming? I can just build a wall here. Should probably work.
Behold the power of Freedom Act!
Okay, this work. No. Ouch. I'm really having a hard time with this.
Go ahead and just start firing your shots at him.
Not making. Break and hit him in time.
Behold the power of Freedom Act!
This is not good. Maybe
I think you have to be closer for
you're right.
Yep.
No, too early. Yeah.
I almost feel sorry for you.
Now we're doing some progress.
Yep.
What the hell? That's a stupid reason to stop moving. You let up.
There's no way I can hit him.
Just keep firing non-stop.
Time to get closer. Okay, time to end this. This took far too long.
Oh, you still did quicker than me. It took me several tries and several hours to kill him on my first playthrough.
I mean, it's just really a question of understanding what we are supposed to do. I mean, you saw how lost I was there.
The crystal. Something is wrong.
Oh great, this guy.
We no longer have a choice.
Cessna. Well met. I've not seen you in years.
Do you not sense that?
What? Oh?
Destiny. We are but mere puppets, you and I. As such, we must dance for our master.
So, the time is here once again.
I can't access all of my power. Not that I would need.
Now it's all about surviving.
Aliens like you.
So there's no certain amount of damage we have to do for him to leave?
I don't think so. I think it's just a timed battle. But just in case, I will try to do some damage.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
Okay, that was weird. Okay, it works. Damn.
I have failed.
And that's the end of the mission. It was easier than I expected. Then again, Machina's Cyclone Drive made that battle against the robot armored enemies much easier.
Yeah. I really did forget how long this level goes compared to the others.
I hereby invoke the Fabula Pact. The tripartite peace talks shall commence. In the name of the Divine Pulse, I order you to cease firing and put down your weapons. I, Queen Andoria of Concordia, declare this battle ended.
The Fabula Pact. How quaint. And the Queen herself invokes it, no less.
All right.
I'll just wait for him to attack.
Ah, nice.
All Imperial personnel.
Okay, it should be over now.
Disappointed.
that's the end of the mission. It was easier than I expected. Then again, Machina's Cyclone Drive made that battle against the robot armored enemies much easier.
Yeah. I really did forget how long this level goes compared to the others.
I hereby invoke the Fabula Pact. The tripartite peace talks shall commence. In the name of the divine pulse, I order you to cease fire and put down your weapons. I, Queen Andoria of Concordia, declare this battle ended.
The Fabula Pact. How quaint. And the Queen herself invokes it, no less. Perhaps Master Teo's words will ring true after all.
All Imperial personnel, Special Order 497 has been issued at this time. All military actions, including combat, must be terminated immediately. Due to the ceasefire agreement with Rubrum and Concordia, Special Order 497 has been issued. I repeat.
Wait! Stop! Milites, Concordia, and Rubrum have invoked the Fabula Pact and agreed to a ceasefire. All those who violate the pact will be executed.
Executed? Wait a second. The pact invoked? A ceasefire? And the Dominion actually agreed to it?
If we stay and fight, it won't be under Rubrum's banner.
Damn it! What the hell is this?
Okay, so we'll end here for today. Next weekend we'll continue from chapter 4. By the way, I'm not exactly sure, but there probably won't be a stream next Saturday, but we can expect the stream to happen on Sunday. So
yeah, alright, no problem.
So that it's time for our goodbyes. Any last words, Jared?
No, I just want to tell everyone to have a good day, and thanks for watching our stream again.
Okay, same for me, and until next week, bye guys.
Bye.